I'm sharing this Yin and Lunar Flow 1 hour session on the Leo new moon. This is August 18th, Bali time. And through the cycles of new and full moon, it does feel natural to take stock and really embody the cycles of our lives through movement and flow. And I find this ritual comes naturally for me in certain times, maybe more than others. But lately, I've been feeling more called to the Yin style of yoga. It is the more feminine, the slow, the allowing and receiving side. So if you feel called to join me and find your seat, using props, lots of pillows, blankets, we're gonna just come into that receptivity. So in your seats, if you prop up on a pillow with your hips higher than your knees, helps with some support and the elongation of the spine. You can slightly close your eyes. Your chin is tucked, heart is gently lifted. And you start to tune into your breath. Bringing awareness to the inhale as your belly fills, and exhale, settling into your body, into this moment, arriving in yourself. Just allowing whatever comes up to be there and pass with each breath. Really giving yourself the chance and opportunity to slow down and turn within and reflect. In reverence, we bring connection of mind, of heart, grounded and rooted in the moment in ourselves. And start to mindfully shift into the next pose from seated. You can slowly just remove the pillows, and we're going to come forward, setting up for child's pose, balasana. In this variation, your knees are close together and the arms will be behind you. So using a pillow underneath, between your knees, helping to support, as well as maybe in front of you. Just kind of play around and feel what feels good. You know, the props are there to support you, feeling comfortable so you can just let go and relax into this posture. A great release on the whole spine, especially the lower back and the lumbar. This is a great massage to the internal organs. It's known to help relieve anxiety, stress. Just really relieving of the head, bowing down to the heart. You can start to feel the letting go of our minds, the monkey mind. Just surrender to the earth below you, feeling supported. Noticing if you're holding tension anywhere, releasing the deep inhale and exhale, seeing if you can soften even more deeply. Bring our palms up next to us to push ourselves forward, coming into Anatasana, melting heart. So you're going to just adjust to bring your knees, your hips over your knees, your arms reaching forward and coming up into prayer over your head. This allows for a great stretch in the tricep muscles. You can feel a nice release of the belly, extension of the spine. And here we have that head bowing to your heart. Letting the heart lead and guide you more towards yourself. Just continue to find your breath as your anchor. Each inhale as the belly rises and falls, each exhale. Be slowly starting to move forward, laying all the way flat onto your belly, propping up onto your forearms, coming into Sphinx posture. So shoulders are over elbows, gaze is gentle forward, or you can have your eyes slightly closed. This is a great massage for the internal organs, the digestive tract, little bit of a compression of the lower back. Finding your comfort with your stability. Sthira Sukham in Sanskrit. So it's comfort without being too loose, and stability without being too rigid. And you're going to bring your palms down next to you and push up into Cobra. We'll do a flowing Cobra here. So you're going to roll the shoulders around into circles here. This is a free flowing movement. You're guided by your intuition, the feminine, just letting your breath and movement guide you to release any pent-up tension in the neck and shoulders, pushing all the way up onto all fours and into down dog, coming into Svananda, bliss-filled dog here. You can pedal the feet, shift your weight from one side to the other. Feeling that stability, the whole body, in your hands and your feet. I'm going to raise up the right leg high in the sky and draw your knee up and in and forward into a high lunge. Knee over ankle, arms come up overhead, raising that energy up, saluting the moon. New energy coming in, and then you'll exhale, draw down, palms to your top of the mat. Left knee comes down onto the mat. Using a pillow here will really help to support you as we come into dragon on the right side. So you're gonna get set up here. You're gonna shuffle the right foot over to the outside of the right mat, outside of the mat here. And both palms come in inside of the feet. So gaze forward, high flying dragon. Really starting to open the hips here. You're going to bring your right palm on top of right thigh, gazing over the right shoulder, kind of slightly pushing open that leg and hip. You'll really feel a nice deeper stretch there. Opening the chest. And drawing your palms back to center, coming down onto your forearms if that is available to you. Really getting that deeper full dragon hip opener. If not, just stay up on your palms. beautiful thing with Yin yoga is the longer you stay in this pose, in all of these poses, the better you are giving to your body. More collagen, more fluids, more energy flow, blockages being removed, accessing more mobility in the joints, tendons and ligaments, getting a rejuvenation. So with each breath, you're just breathing in more space, allowing for healing to occur. Coming up, releasing the pose, we're going to just draw back, slightly pushing the heel forward. We'll be in Hanuman pose. So your palms are down beside you on the ground. If you have blocks and it's helpful to be a bit higher, please go ahead and use the blocks or pillows, anything you have to support here. Just feeling that deeper stretch in the hamstring. Drawing that leg on the right side back behind you. We're going to come mindfully onto all fours. And we'll continue with some cat-cow breathing. So as you round spine and back, you exhale. And as you inhale, you arch and look forward. So exhale, draw up and round. Inhale, looking forward, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Now we're just going to do a bit of circles here. So once again, just coming into that spontaneous flowing movement that arises when you're most connected to your body's innate wisdom. Sahaya is this term. And just drawing all the way back maybe to one side and then up around to the other. Back to one heel. This is really releasing for the spine. You just feel so much energy release when you just allow for it to come through. Now coming back onto your heels, a little bit of a toe stretch. Give those toes a little tuck. And then come forward. But we're going to drop back into our heels, into our Malasana Yogi Squat. Using the pillows you can place under your bum or underneath your heels. Just whatever feels comfortable. We're not going to be straining any muscles. We just want to come into a relaxed pose. So the farther apart your heels are, maybe the easier it is in this pose. Just making sure your knees are lined with your feet and toes, same direction. You can place your thumbs plugging your ears and your forefingers all across your forehead. And this is just to hold your head, just to feel that letting go, that relaxed state of mind. releasing from the hips. Our hips hold our deepest emotions. You can place your hands in prayer between your knees, your elbows between your knees. And give thanks to your body and to this moment you've come to. You're going to push yourself up as you shuffle your feet a little closer. Staying in Uttanasana. This is a lunar forward bend. So your knees are slightly bent, your belly is hanging on top of thighs. You can nod your head yes, nod your head no, giving your neck a nice stretch and release here. You can grab opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Nice extension for the lower back, slight inversion so you get some more blood flow to the brain. And then we're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to standing, letting the neck and head come up last. And hands to prayer at heart center. You have arrived in Tadasana, mountain pose. Just feeling that rooting, stability, earth underneath your feet. Seeing where you've come from in the beginning of your practice to this moment. Standing in your power. We're going to draw our hands up and overhead, gathering heavenly chi, energy from above, and then drawing down the front of the body, removing any stagnant energy down and out, bringing in light and flow. Now your hands come to the Anatta Mudra, open at the front, and inhale, arch back, exhale, draw back to center. Receiving the gifts of the new moon to fill our cycle this new month, our intentions. Gonna inhale, center, exhale, draw, arch to the side, inhale, center, arch back, and we'll do one more inhale, and then we'll exhale, draw arm to the other side to get the side body stretch. We're embodying that crescent moon energy. And as you exhale, you're going to swan dive, folding all the way down to Uttanasana. Draw your hands back behind you, clasp fingers, opening the chest. Deeply breathing, you'll inhale and then exhale over to the right. Inhale, center, and then exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Knocking, giving yourself with your fists good knock on the lower back and the kidneys, all the way back down of the legs. And walk your hands forward to down dog. What we do to one side, we must do to the other. So we're getting ready to come into dragon pose on the left side. Lifting the left leg high in the sky and drawing the knee up and in between the hands to high lunge. Bringing the arms up overhead, feeling strength, honoring yourself as you exhale, drawing the energy down, palms to the top of the mat. Knee comes down, using your pillow to support. Getting ready for opening the hips on the left side now. I'm going to shuffle the foot outside of the mat, bringing your arms inside, forearms straight, dragon flying high, gazing forward. So the 3 tattvas of Yin Yoga are to come to a particular depth, resolving to remain still for a period of time. So you've arrived in Dragon, you've shuffled around, you've come to this place, your edge of your body where it's allowing you to go. And now we are in stillness. We feel that stillness. Draw the left arm up and over, opening our left thigh a bit. Just give it a little push and open the chest, gazing over the left shoulder. A little deeper in the dragon. Just keep letting your breath guide you. Draw your hands back in front of you, and if it's available, come onto your forearms, head and neck draw down. And this is really to turn within, allowing whatever's there to come up. As I had mentioned, the hips are holder of deep emotions, maybe blockages, old memories, or traumas. So it's natural and very normal for tears to arise, feelings, thoughts, emotions we didn't know were there. And just allow it to come up and stay with it, stay with ourselves. Drawing up, bringing your knee, shuffling it back to center. Your left arm comes on the outside, slightly pushing the ankle forward and extending the left leg. Doing our Hanuman, the left side. Hanuman was the monkey god, and this pose is named after him as the leap of faith. So as you feel that within your body, you're taking this leap of faith in a new direction, setting new intentions for our life path, our true heart's desires and expressions. Really taking that leap of faith. Drawing the heel back in, slowly and mindfully. Moving all of the props. You can come back onto your heels and prepare to come into child's pose. This time knees are open. So the open knee stance, your big toes are touching. Use the pillows between your legs. You can lie over the pillows and turn the head to one side if that feels good. Just find that comfort and resolve to remain still for the next moments in Balasana. Coming in tune with this moment. There's nowhere else to be. There's nothing else to do. Just arrive at this moment. And as you come up and out of Balasana, you're going to come into Swan on the right side. So you're going to bring your right knee up to the top of the right corner of the mat. And your leg is parallel to the top of the mat. Using the pillows underneath your hips on your bum on your right side. It's very helpful for some of us who are not so flexible to get our hips completely down onto the mat. You need that support. So use what you need to get to the best you can in this pose. And if it's not available, you can just stay in Balasana Otherwise, you can come into Baddha Konasana if you know the next pose. If you're in Swan, just stay in the high Swan. You can really feel it more deeply in the flexor on the outside of the right thigh and up into the glutes. And if it's available and you feel comfortable coming all the way down, forearms to the mat, forehead, third eye down to the mat, turning more inward. Allowing the sensations to arise without having to identify, just observing, feeling, breathing through it. And coming back into high swan, push yourself onto your forearms. Draw your right knee up and out of that position. Give it a little shake maybe. Shake it out. You went pretty deep there. And we're going to just come up onto the left side now. So just shuffling around your props and your best suited position to feel that stillness you can come into at the appropriate depth. And you'll start to notice your edges. With yoga, they say playing your edges, so maybe you come to a depth and you're there for some moments and you feel you can go a bit further after you've opened up that place in the body. Or it's too much and you need to tone it back a bit. So just really listening to the body here and knowing what's right for you is super important. Coming into the forearms or staying where you are. Noticing if you're holding tension, and once again just breathing space, letting go a little more. palms next to you, your shoulders, and pushing yourself back up into high swan. Slowly bringing that right leg around onto your seat. We're going to do a little windshield wiper here just to release counter pose from that deep hip opener. Give yourself that release before we come to Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So the soles of the feet come together. Okay, actually we're in deer here, so keeping that one foot and on the right side open, and then your back leg at the angle behind you, giving yourself a little twist in the spine, gazing over the right shoulder. And we'll switch here. So the left leg is parallel and the right leg comes behind you at the angle. And we'll reach around and give ourselves a nice twist on the left side. Gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale and exhale, just to twist a little deeper. And come back to center. And now we'll bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. So it's a very relaxed style with Yin. We're not pulling our feet in close and going for the deep stretch as we would in the Yang class. We are just coming to an appropriate depth, giving ourselves the support. Maybe it's the pillows underneath the knees. Maybe we want to use pillows on our front side so we can come into a forward fold and just feel at ease and restful here. This posture is great for the kidney and bladder meridians of the body. That life force energy, our Jing, and giving ourselves that reboot, that flow, and the time and space needed to replenish our well within. Slowly roll up back up to your seat. Removing the props, we can place them right at our lower back, right where the spine begins, where we can recline back, staying in Baddha Konasana, but rolling and reclining onto our backs. You can feel chest opening, releasing and opening the arms out to the sides. Coming to closer to the end here. We're opening our hearts, opening the body. Finding a deep inhale all the way into the belly, up into the chest, and exhale. Release all the way. Continuing to ride the wave of your breath. And you can start to roll over slightly to the side, removing the pillows from underneath your spine. And just lying back on your back. I'm going to do a little bit more movement before we head into Shavasana. And just maybe hugging the knees here into the chest. Doing some circles. Give your lower back a little bit of a massage. And we're going to draw the right knee up into the chest. And draw it over to the left side as your right arm comes up overhead and you gaze over your right shoulder for your reclining twist. And you can use the pillows underneath your right knee for support. The higher your knee is, the more you'll feel it in the lower back. can really feel a nice stretch in the arm, kind of the inside of the arm, the pericardium, armpit. These final twists for the body. And release and draw the left knee up. And twist over to the right side. This time drawing the left arm, reaching up and gazing over the left shoulder. So these twists are like wringing the body out from any toxins being stuck and blocked. Your liver, your internal organs, everything just gets a nice wring out and final push for clearing and for shifting of energy. You can prepare for your final pose in Shavasana. Take a supported Savasana with pillows underneath the knees. Maybe a pillow underneath your head. Really time to reap the benefits of your practice, letting go fully, coming into peace. starting to come back to the space, wiggling your fingers and toes, and rolling over to your left side into the fetal position just for a few moments. And you're going to push yourself up with your right palm to the mat, back up to your seat. And we've come full circle with the Yin lunar flow of the new moon in Leo. You have arrived, you are home in the here and the now. Just take this moment to give thanks to yourself for taking the time to nourish yourself, your body, from stillness. We can bring better action to the other moments in our life that require that energy and life force. Thank you. Connecting from the heart, the mind, rooted in your being. Thank you for practicing with me this evening.